Hello, everybody. Hi, Ellen, I believe, or if I saw. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Francie. Yes, I fed my camels today. I'm ready to get this week over with. Let's move on. But I'm glad it's Wednesday and I'm happy to be here with you guys. So just kind of making sure everything gets caught up and we're good to go. I hope you're having some fun. We're going to make some rainbow cards tonight. We're going to have a fun time. So anyway, I'm just kind of waiting for the comments to hear a little bit. Anyway, all right, let's get going. So, hello, Walter. I kind of have an idea, and we're just going to go. No, that was me that said hello. I typed in hello before we went live. Friend or Penny's not here yet. I grabbed a bunch of stuff that's in stock. That was me, Melissa. Can you guys hear me? I hope. Yeah, I put my thing on. So that was me. So I'm just making sure y'all. Okay, good. All right, thanks. I was just worried when you were talking about Christopher Penny. No, that was me. Penny's here, but that wasn't her that said hello the first time. That was me while you guys were chatting. So I grabbed a few things that are in stock that I thought we're going to play with tonight. I know we're going to use the Radiant Rainbow stamp and die set. I don't know if they're both in stock. I think they are, but I know the stamp set is. We're going to use the Funky Rainbow pad, and I got some other things here pulled. So, all right. Hi, Kate. So let's get this put aside. So I've been kind of doing a dive onto YouTube and one watching some fun folds, and I saw one the other night, and I'm gonna make a fun fold, but I changed it to a mini slim card, so this will be fun. Okay. Hi, Penny. Now officially. So I've got two pieces of cardstock. This is Poison Apple and this is Scarlet. And I have the measurements. This one, oops, we'll cover this up first. This one is 9.5 by 3.25. And thanks, Susan. And this one is 11 by 3.25. So, so those are our two things, and we're going to score them both at 6 inches. I have never made this card before, but I did make those samples out of cheap paper to start. So I think these are going to be fun. So gonna point down. Not sure what that means. What? I'm sorry, Melissa, I didn't quite get it. She's looking forward. Not sure. She's looking forward to us. Anyway, so I'm going to score them both at 6 inches. Oh, yeah. Point down. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's what you mean. There you go. There you go. Sorry about point down. It's been a week, you guys. Thank you. I'm used to I always change it right away, and I did it. So I have 9.5 by 3.25 and 11 by 3.25. Okay, those are our measurements. So it's been good news on my dad's front. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yes. My dad was walking down the hall today with RA. So woo! So they're going to try to work on getting him to be able to transfer from the bed to a wheelchair and trivet and this or pivot, so we can try to maybe get him eventually home. So woohoo! That's good. So it's been kind of a trying day here in my little town of Iowa. Both of my kids, my son had a classmate, and he has a couple of siblings whose dad was unfortunately passed away in an accident this weekend. And then the next night, my daughter had a classmate. My kids are a year apart, and so it's been just nonstop. So it's just the good news hearing from my dad was fantastic. It's just so I've just kind of been out of sorts. So you'll have to forgive me. Hi, Amalia. I sent you something today in the mail. Okay, so keep an eye on it. I've never sent anything to New York before or the Bronx, so I hope that's okay. I said that, but so watch your mail, okay? All right, there's our cards. So we're gonna start with this one first because I don't know for sure what we're gonna do with this one. I do have the measurements. I did pre-cut a little pieces of cardstock, but we might change some things around because I don't want this to go too fast. But this is the Funky Rainbow pad. Okay. And it's got these awesome things. Ooh, I got this in my hand right in the middle there. I want to see. And I just chose a few. This is actually the A and B side of both. And we're going to go ahead and this piece is going to go here. And I'm going to go ahead and show you now here. I've got my measurements and I'm going to try to keep them right here. Oop, that's too high on the screen. We're going to put it right here with this little bit of embossing powder. So 9.5 by 3.25. I scored it at 6. And then I've got this, like I said, we can do the A or the B. I was thinking of going on this with this one on this side. This one's going to be really kind of woo out there for patterns. I hope that's okay with you guys. And then what we need is a piece of paper, and I'm going to go with another piece of red. So I got to go cut, we got to cut that down, and that has to be 4 2/4. So let's grab that, another piece of Scarlet. And I think, let's see how wide this is. So yeah, we're going to cut it down to the 2 1/4. And once again, I can put the measurements down below tomorrow morning, okay? Good. I'm glad. It is. It's a fun pattern paper and it's a fun piece of pattern. Oops, I almost measure once, cut twice, or measure twice, cut once, right? So I need 4 by 2 1/4. And this is where you can have a lot of fun. You can use a shape, but we're going to do this, okay? So this is where we're going with this. And I am going to go ahead and we're going to use this piece right here on top. Do you see where I say we're going to have lots of, the patterns are going to really play off each other here? So, and this piece is 3.75 by 2 inches. Okay. We do need an inside piece to write on. So let me grab a piece. I'm actually just going to use a very lightweight cardstock from my stash. Just an 80 pound so that it doesn't weigh it down too much. And because our back piece is 6 by 3.25, I'm going to do 5.75 by 3. So I'm going to cut it at 3 first so that I have, we need 2 of these at 3 for 3 inches. So I'm going to do that first. So I'm doing 1/4 inch mats for everything. Not a big, I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not good enough with math to do the 8s. So for this one, we need it at, well, they both need to be 5.75. Okay. And then we'll do this one at 5.75 because we'll need them for both cards. We can always cut them down. Mats used to be my strong point, but all right. So this is going to be our little mat piece right here. It's inside. And then finally, the last piece is I cut a 2 by 2 inch square, which I don't have here. And then I cut it on a diagonal. I'm going to do it on red here, but we're going to put it, and it's going to be a little tuck right here. And we're going to make a little pocket. Okay. So we got to get another little piece of cardstock here. I don't think this is wide enough. You probably could do any size you want, but I'm going to do 2 by 2. And it is raining again, you guys. It has been raining and raining and raining off and on for days. And the river is so high. You can't walk on our bottom sidewalk on the dike. And the grass, I don't want to complain too much because the grass is green and soft. And that's, I don't like crunchy grass. And if you know what crunchy grass is, you know what I mean. So when we do this, we're going to put this kind of back together, back and forth, eyeball this. And then this piece is going to go right here. And it's going to be our little tuck piece. And then we're going to, well, I will try to send it here. And I know that our patterns don't match, but I don't care. I think it's fun. So this is what it's going to look like. And actually, we might use this. I don't think I like that. I think I like this piece better. We're going to use this. Okay. So we're going to put this together. And then, yeah, Ellen, that's kind of the way it is working around here. We're going to do this, and then before I put this piece in, we're going to stamp on that, okay? Crunchy lawn. Isn't that? It's bleh, not my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and, ooh, cobweb on my, no, not cobweb, string. But its grass is growing, so we're mowing twice a week right now. And there are mushrooms growing everywhere. But the fun part is today, is since I live on the river, on the Mississippi River today, you know, it's turtle season. Turtles are having their babies and they're hatching. And I saw the biggest turtle I've ever seen in the wilds today. He was about this big, and his arms and head were as wide as my wrist. And I saw him on the last part of the walk, and I had to go bring the dog over. And we kind of got close because I had to make sure it wasn't a snapper first, because this snapper would have snapped him in half. But he wasn't. I don't think he was, because we got close enough. The dog kind of went. I think I'm going to go this way. The dog went and sniffed the kind of corner of it, but he gets too scared. He ran away from it. So it just started raining now. So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and do our stamping first before we put the, oh, let's put this piece together here. It's not, oh, I almost screwed this. Oh yeah, this is okay. This needs to be, okay. All right. That doesn't bother him too much anymore because we've had enough thunder. He doesn't like the fireworks, but thunder doesn't bother him too much anymore. But he's outside in the garage with his dad and one of our kids, Alex, and that's his best buddy. So he's happy as a lark. So, all right, so there we go. We can't put this piece on yet until we have attached that, because it needs to go on top of it. So, but I want to stamp my image. And then when I watched the lady who made this original card, which I don't remember her name off the top of my head. I mean, and hers is a A2 card. She did take a very light pencil and she just marked a little bit right there. So she would know, so that we can put our message here without anybody seeing it. I think Fletch probably would, but most of our thunder lately has been either when we're not home with him, so he has been inside, and we put a roof on last winter, and we put a metal roof on, which you would think is loud, but because I think of all the layers of shingles that are still on this, since it's an older house, I mean, there are times when I can't tell it's raining. So we are going to grab a sentiment from the Sunny Sentiments. This is from CYOE last year, and we're matching dies. Oh, that's funny. And I think we're going to do Shine Bright in All Your Colors. And then from the Radiant Rainbow set, I think we're going to grab a couple of hearts. I'm going to tuck that in right there. We're going to start with that. And we're going to do some fun stamping with Bee Sting. So, I haven't received my stuff yet, so we are it'll be here for next week, I'm sure. So I thought I'd play with some of the stuff we had in stock. There's a few rainbow pads in stock, different other ones that are a little older ones, but they're all fun. My ink pads are dry, like Christopher, so I know I use them so much. I need to re-ink them. Now, we had some fun with that. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add a little bit of blue, and I'm going to add it right on there already. I don't care that it's, and then we're going to wipe it off good, because then we're going to add a little bit of yellow and just kind of, the yellow isn't going to shine through as much because the red was already there, but that's okay. There's a hint. Okay, I do too. This is one of my sentiment sets that I don't use enough, and I like it, and I need to use it more. So because I used the yellow second, I had to stamp it a couple times. I probably could have done third time, but I'm going to just do the two. And then I'm going to throw these sentiments right here till the end. And we'll pull this off. And then we will get moving on. So we are going to make 2 cards tonight. For sure. We'll see how fast things happen. Can always just do some ink blending and see what happens. I'm up for the challenge. So I haven't crafted since last Wednesday, you guys. Oh, okay. That's, oh, yeah, he was chasing the neighbor. One of my neighbors up the street was coming home from the swimming pool with her kids in the stroller, and it was just pouring. And so, we were jokingly, do you need an umbrella? And she kind of laughed because she's all wet already because she's in a towel. And the dog was just chasing her. And I was trying to hold him back because the little boys are kind of scared of the dogs right now because Fletch is a baby, but he has this really deep woof that's kind of whoa when you hear it. And he was being all ferocious. And so I had to hold him back. And he came in, he was like shaking. So, all right. So now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put this piece on next. And we're just going to kind of, I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to just mark this side a little bit, just with a little tiny tick. So I make sure that we only do glue on the one side. I'm putting a little extra glue because I don't want it to flop. And then using my fingers, and hopefully, actually I'm going to open it up because, no, I don't want to open it up because we need to make sure it's pretty even. We're going to eyeball this so we can even it as much as possible. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be close enough. Just want to make sure my flap is going to catch it. Yep. There we go. So there's the basic. He does, but he's outside. So we'll see. You should see. I went garage sailing on Friday, you guys. Oh my gosh. I wish I could grab them, but I put them in the other room. You guys want to see what I found him? You'll love this. All right, I'm going to be right back, okay? I'm going to go to the other screen so you can see this. So when I go garage sailing for Fletch, I go and find him stuffed animals. So I got him this little monkey. I got him this big kitty. I had to cut the whiskers off though because he was trying to eat them. And then I got this giant green dinosaur for him. And I have to give them to him when he is paying attention to mommy because otherwise he chews on them. And I don't want him to take them apart. So he doesn't get them all the time. So I have the kitty. I'm going to put the monkey in them. And he went garage sailing with me, you guys. It was so funny. We left at 10 minutes to 8. Garage sales didn't start to 8. It's pouring rain. And we had a blast. We went garage sailing till like 11 o'clock. And I get these stuffed animals at one of the first garage sales. And I put them in the car. And then I'm like, oh, crap. He's going to eat these before I get home. He didn't. But he was so enthralled. Like, what are these things? And then I had these little tiny ones that were sitting up on the dashboard, and we turned a corner and they fell on the floor, and he was like, oh, and he jumped down on the floor to grab them like, they're hurt, mommy. It was so funny. So, but he doesn't, I don't mind him chewing, but he puts them in the side of his teeth and he gnaws on them. So I'm trying to prevent him from doing that. But I figure garage sales are the easiest way for me to get toys for my dog. Because otherwise I do have to buy the more expensive ones that are like $15 to $30 that last forever. So yeah, he likes to unstuff them too. So we are going to use some double-sided tape for this section. And of course I did not. We're going to stick that on something because that's not long enough. Because this is going to be used a lot, I don't want to use liquid glue. I think liquid glue would be fine, but it was recommended to use this. And so I'm going to go ahead and do it over. I'll show you here as soon as I get it on. I can't get it straight. I just want it on the edge for the most part because we're going to make this a slap. And then I do want it to go over the edges a little bit. And then I'm just going to tear it. Well, I'm going to cut it, I think, because I'm not very good at the tearing part. And we're going to just cut it. If it's not perfect, it's fine. Because what I found, grab those two little pieces before they stick on something I don't want them stuck on, like my dress. You can just roll it over. So now we're just going to burnish it down really good. Hi, Christy. How are you? We're just going to burnish it down. And then I'm going to pull it up. And then I'm just going to take my finger and just kind of roll over the tape a little bit so that it's not showing. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and put this down right on the edge. Now my margins aren't 100% perfect. You know, like they're not perfect, but there we go. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to kind of I'm just kind of going like, okay, I put that in front of the screen again, kind of put my finger under here just to give it a little bit more. You're glad to be home? That's awesome. I love being home. I'm super excited to come to Brutus Monroe, but other than that, I'm good to be home. So there is the basic of our card. It's a little tuck card. Isn't that cute? And it still fits in a 3x5, you know, a mini slim envelope or a letter envelope. But now we need to decorate it. This is the fun part. And this is where I thought we would use this stamp set. We've got lots. I mean, I think we kind of have to use this big rainbow. Don't you guys think? Oh, thanks, Susan. I guess I'm missing the acetate for this piece for some reason, but I think that's what we need. We need this big old rainbow. I think we just do. Yeah, like I said, I saw it as an A2 card, and I decided to change the dimensions up a little bit. And you can have fun with this shape. You know, you could do, depending on your tuck, you know, you could make it a circle, a heart, or whatever. We could have probably made this rainbow and done it like this and tuck the rainbow under and then had something else here, but thought this would be a good start. Let's grab some Perfect Blend paper, maybe. Oh, I got some nut mamas. We're going to grab some nut mamas. And then I got to cut this down just a little bit so it fits in my MISTI. I think it's a fun kind of fold, and I've never really done a lot of fun folds. And some of them don't interest me too much. I guess maybe because I've never tried them. And so I think I need to try them to see if I like them. I hope that makes sense. You know, like a Z fold card, I've never made one of those, things like that. And when I see them, they don't look, but I figure when I see them in person that I would probably love them. So yes, I could have used the rainbow for the tech piece. Yeah, Penny, you're going to have a busy, busy summer. I was telling somebody that I said, I'm not really planning on going anywhere except for Pittsburgh. And I told my mom, I'm going to Pittsburgh, no matter what, this summer, I'm going to Pittsburgh. So I'm going to try to steal a vacation day because I've only used, I think I've maybe used 2. And my honey and I are just going to run away for the day. And what I mean run away is we're either going to take the dog for a walk and then go out to eat, or we're going to just go out to a park and eat something and then come home and pretend we're not home. You didn't eat fun fold today earlier in there. That is cool. What kind of fun fold? Was it can you describe it a little bit? All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to play a little bit. We're going to do a bunch of inking, okay? We're going to start with Shooting Star. And I really don't care. I'm just going to kind of ink it up. This whole bit up in the middle. I'll move over a little bit because we need yellow, we need orange, we need red, right? We need green. Oh, I hope we don't have a hole or a bump right in mine. So we're going to do the whole punching like this. Oh, that's kind of cool. Inside flaps that tuck in. I've kind of been thinking it'd be fun to do some different, you know, like the flip you know, in different sections here, and you have like this, and then maybe you could have one that goes up and then it tags down, or another one on this. So they kind of are like this, and you could flip it this way and then this way, which, you know, this almost works perfect that way, which would be kind of fun. Maybe we can try that too, depending on how much time we have. Otherwise, maybe next week we can try that. So I'm just kind of making sure that I have all the dots and rainbows. And then we're going to move on. So I'm going to use 3 colors. You guys know that I like to use 3 colors. So I'm using Bee Sting, No Diving, and Shooting Star. Yes, you are going to be tired for CYOE. We are going to pump you full of lots and lots of caffeine. And you get to see me, Penny. So, you know, that'll make you happy. Alrighty. So we need a little bit. Okay, make sure we're doing this the right way. We're going to do red up this way. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab I did not grab it yet. I apologize. My red blending brush here, just to stipple it up a little bit so that it's not that. And then we'll go back here, and then we're going to make sure that red is really red. Stipple it again, because that doesn't give us that harsh line. Yeah, yep, you can do that. We can do that, or on that big fluffy, we'll just move the big fluffy carpet in Christopher's office and shut the door. How does that sound? Yeah, it'll be fun. All right. So we've got the red, we've got the orange, we've got yellow. So now we're going to add, and we're going to add a little bit of red over here too. And I'm going to do the red before I do the blue, because sometimes I find that I can do purple better if I do the red first. And then we'll put the blue. All right. So we've got that. We might have to do a little bit more orange. Yeah, that rug is super soft. And he does have his couch. You might have to have, Chucky might have to snuggle with you though, because he sits on that couch. And wait, we need the no diving one too. And then we're just going to go ahead and do this. We might end up not with a lot of blue because I think I went too low with the green, but that's okay. All right, let's add a little bit more red down here. I've only used the stamp set a couple of times, so I was thinking this would be fun to play with tonight. Yeah, we need a little bit more red right in here, I think. Make a little more orange. Got a lot of yellow. Nope, that was blue. That's okay. Happy accidents, right? Which one of Francie's or Melissa's cards did you just look at? That's what she said. One I saw a little bit today. I wasn't on Facebook a ton today. I had a lot kind of going on at work, and so I wasn't on Facebook as much as I normally am. I think we need a little bit more deep, deep, deep red right here. And then I'm going to wipe this clean, and we're going to add a little bit more yellow. And then we got to get moving on our card. We're going to make this sparkly. All right, a little bit more. And then, you know what? I put in a little bit. We're going to add a little bit more of the blue right here. And we're going to look. Yep, and then we're going to stipple that around because I made too harsh of a line. See if we can kind of fade that down a little bit. That looks better. There we go. So, okay. Oh, Heather's going to go with you in your suitcase. Well, Penny won't have room for anything else. I mean, if we all fit in her suitcase, she won't be able to, you know, buy us any goodies. So here's our fun. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I told you we're going to make it sparkly. We're going to make it sparkly. So both of these embossing powders are in stock. We've got the Rainbow Sparkle. Okay. And we've got the Pearly Rainbow. we're going to use the Rainbow Sparkle. I'm going to wipe this off really good. And then we're going to grab our embossing ink. But first, because Simon's inks take a little longer to dry, if you're fast, you can cut ink, you can heat emboss right on top of it. But I'm going to use an anti-static powder tool, and we're going to use embossing ink. And we're going to stamp it a couple times just to make sure that we get it nice and covered. I was looking at all the candy again and the Scoozy's candies today, and I was like, I can't wait to come and just buy all the candies. All the candies. Because it's just fun. All right, I need to unplug my embossing tool in because I always forget to do that before a live. And then we're going to grab a cardstock piece. And we're going to add this is the Rainbow Sparkle. Now, I will tell you, this is a very, very fun glitter. I'm trying to be very careful because I have a little fan going on the corner here. I don't know if you guys can hear that. And I don't want it to blow my embossing powder everywhere because my office gets a little hot. There's no air conditioning in here. And you can see all the rainbow that's left in here. So we're going to move this over here just a hair. There we go. You're going to see Heather tomorrow. That's not fair. I almost called Heather today, but I didn't. I got busy. And then it was the end of the day, and I ended up talking to one of my friends, Sue, that I haven't talked to in forever. Let's feed emboss this. Yeah, she is going to need some sustenance. Well, that was it, Francie. I almost, if I could have, I was almost like, I really should come on Thursday, Francie, because then I can talk everyone into doing a Thursday live, and I could have done all the packing. Or at least all the picking. All right, so now we're going to use the die, and I need a little tape to stick this down. I don't know if this is going to... Okay, I do have some news for you guys. Nothing coded. Those of you who liked my little die cutting machine, if you can't get it now, you won't be able to get it because unfortunately my friend Leslie, who owns the Heffy Doodle, announced today that she is closing her store. So she put it out on Facebook and sent out an email. So my little die cutting machine isn't going to be available for purchase after whenever she sells out. So I know it isn't going to happen, Francie. I am coming on Friday, but I will be there earlier Friday. I come in before lunchtime. So, oh yeah, Heather, it was on Facebook, and she sent out a newsletter. I talked to Leslie the other day or last week, week before, and it's a lot of things, and it's just time. She is so she announced it all today, and I miss her lives. She used to craft live on Fridays. I used to spend every Friday with her for like 3 years. So yep, she's inventory closeout on everything. So all right, so we've got that. We're going to go ahead, and I think we're going to pop this baby up with some foam tape. So I'm just going to grab some more big foam tape. It is, but it's what's best for her and her family right now. And I didn't know for sure, but she did tell me that she hasn't been crafting a lot lately and stuff. So there, like I said, there is a post out there that she put on for anyone who's interested. I'm sure it's on her website. Ooh, we almost put that on the wrong side. So we have to make sure that we don't put any foam tape where it's not gonna stick, you know, where it's gonna be here. So, but alrighty. Well, let's go back to rainbows and happy and glitter and all the fun stuff, okay? That's enough sadness. I've had too much sadness this week. So, all right, we've got that and we got that. And then I think we're gonna mark, okay, so I'm gonna put this little mark right here. Okay, we're gonna put my pen right there. I'm gonna poke my arrow at it. That's where I need to put it. So I didn't mean to bring bears of bad news, but I did want to say that until I will be using it until my little plates are gone, and then I won't be using it anymore. So it's okay, Francie. I just had to say it, you know. But I know that we've talked about my little machine here before and stuff. So, okay, I am going to try to center this on here, and then we're just going to make sure that no foam tape is sticking out anywhere. And then I need a little bit of extra foam tape in here. Yes, I mean, you can still find it, and if you want to get some plates, I know scrapbook.com had some, but I don't know how many there are. So if you were looking at that, you might want to look into something else. I am probably just going to get the new Spellbinders one. I should have pre-ordered it when I could have. It is. It is actually not about that. I think she has some other things going on that need to take precedence first, but yes, I have seen a few lately, and I know that's been some talk. So please support small business as much as you can. Okay, this is too big. Hello, Lisa. How are you? And Lisa, I'm sorry I didn't make it down to see you this weekend. I had planned on coming to see you and Donna, but things just got away from me. Donna from our design team was going to be near me, but I couldn't make it down there. They were just too much going on. So, all right. So there we go, you guys. I am not going to put anything else on this card because I like it the way it is. It is 7:37, so we're going to kind of quickly go into our next card. But we've got our sentiment shine bright in all your colors there. And we've got this, and I've got you can kind of see the sparkle from them. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Let's clean some of this up. I've been reorganizing and re-putting all my dies in different pouches, and so I have a mess everywhere. All right, so this card was the 11 by 3.5 that I scored at 6 inches. We're gonna go ahead and use more rainbow paper, but this time, where did I put my, here it is. We gotta choose a paper color. Oh, thank you. I think we're gonna go Hog Wild. Which one should we grab? I think I want to go ahead and use, I don't want to use the one with the blue. We're gonna use this one. Okay. And so my mat has, if this is scored at it's 6, the mat on the front, this is, I measured this before, it's 5 inches across from here to here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this down at 4 3/4, 4.75. I know it might be off screen just a little bit there, guys. Oh, this is the important part. We got to figure out which way. Oh, yes, Lisa there. She is closing. I think I want, ooh. I think I'm going to have this go. No, I want it to go this way. Okay, so I need 4.75. And then it's 4 and then 3 inches. So you could get 2 of these out of this card because this is 3 inches. And you know, because it's a 6-inch piece of paper. So we've got this. That's going to be on there. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited, you guys. I bought a new, I bought a shelf for my computer so I can put it up a little higher, and I'm super excited because it's got a drawer and it's got some pencil holders. I just got it off Amazon, and it's going to take lots of stuff off my desk that I can take off. Okay, what I thought would be fun for this is we're gonna make this sparkly, sparkly, sparkly. Okay, we are going to use the Pearly Rainbow, which might kind of cover up some of our color, but I think it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna go right to direct to paper, and we're gonna cover, I'm gonna cover the whole thing except one little corner here. We're actually gonna use the other piece that I used for embossing powder. And this is just a, you might recognize that person. That's just a template from somebody's that was a double that I printed from a content person. Just gonna cover it all up. Oh, as a glob. Okay. We're just gonna hold it in Francie just for you. Where's my little tweezers at? That's what I can't wait for, this new little thing that I'm gonna have, because then I can have specific tools in specific spots. All right, we spilled some of this, so we're gonna quick kind of put it away before I get it everywhere any more than I already did. Okay, that works. That works. Just for you. Yep, it is. Yep, it's her choice. Yep, it was her choice. It wasn't because she had to or needed to. Yeah, I knew. Yep. Yep, happy. Yep. So this is so pretty, you guys. So it is going to mute the color down a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's let it cool off before I touch it. Now, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see all that sparkle, and then look down here in the corner. See? It's not really muted, but the color, you can kind of see the blues and the purple. They're a little bit different color there. So we're going to I'm just going to do this on the desk here. Wipe it through this corner. The biggest, saddest reason for me is that I missed her Leslie's crafting, and then I might not get to see her again at a convention someday. I was holding out hope that someday there'd be some convention, crafty convention, that she'd get to come to, and I'd get to see her again. But yeah, it's a fun, and this is a fun color. I forget about this one. I don't use these, you know, I think we forget about some of the rainbow embossing powders. We use the embossing powders of the month, or we use the gilded or the sterling or the icicle. Fairy dust. Fairy dust is one I use a lot, and I'm not using the tweezers this time because it's not getting anywhere near my fingers. Awesome. So there we go. I think we had a former design team member that made a card once where she ink blended, and I don't remember if she did the rainbow. I think she did the rainbow sparkle, which would be more of a clear over the cover, and it was so fun. So we're going to go ahead and put this down. You can see kind of here where I overlapped a little bit of the embossing powder. Oops. But we'll just cover that up. So we're going to add that on to make it extra sparkly. And we're going to just go on here and put this on. And this is where we're going kind of wild. I don't know what else. I don't have any other plans other than this. So we're going to grab another sentiment, figure out what we want there. Now my trimmer, I can tell, needs to be sharpened. So Let's get our embossing colors out of the way. I want to use, let's see what we got here. Does anyone have a favorite? Let's do Never Stop Chasing Rainbows, because we're doing rainbows. We'll do that one on the inside. And this one we can put it right here in the center. Because it's going to be hidden. Sparkle is life. I like to call it the sugar on a card. The sparkle is the sugar. Whether you're using a sparkly embossing powder or a gem or some shimmery splash. And I'm going to go ahead and just use the Raven for this one. It's not the icing, it's the sugar. And I cannot have enough sugar. I am going to attempt this weekend to make cottage cheese cheesecake, peanut butter chocolate cheesecake for Tom's mom and I. I asked her if she'd have it with me, and she said yes. So, see, we're not going to be able to see that at all. So we're going to go ahead and put that down. And then we're going to decide what we want to do with the rest of this. Yes, it is my name. That's why my name isn't broccoli. Exactly. It's funny. I need to find a candy that's shaped like broccoli. And then say, see, Mom? Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be any good. It's got I saw it online, and it's got graham cracker crust, and I think probably a little butter, of course. And then I think it's just honey, peanut butter, and cottage cheese for the peanut butter filling, and then some melted chocolate. And I thought, why not? Not really adding too much extra sugar in my diet, other than the chocolate. So that's how it works. 1 billion. So we've got this as our base. And now this is a card you could even do as a top folding card. If you wanted a top folding. And obviously, because it's the one thing is that you need a 12 by 12 inch piece of paper if you wanted it 6 inches long. But for a fun fold, you could have it so that it was like this, and it would be kind of fun. So, no, it's cottage cheese, Melissa. It's a high protein. If you haven't seen, there's all the rays right now using cottage cheese to make cookie dough and this and that, and you blend it. So, you're an Irish wheat. All right, we got to come up with what we're going to do here. All right, let's see what else we got here. I think we need to stamp out a few of these fun rainbows, or yep, let's stamp some rainbows out. Yeah, I'll let you know, Melissa, if it's decent. Of course, my plan is to make the cheesecake part first, and I'm gonna taste that part. And if it's horrible, I'm not gonna waste the graham crackers and chocolate. I don't like cottage cheese, so that's why I'm kind of excited to try this. I think we're gonna do just a couple of different. We're gonna stamp a couple of these rainbows out, and then I think we're gonna do the heart. So let's stick them down in here and get going. We're going to do the heart last. Okay. All right. So we need a red rainbow. Oh my goodness, that was horribly done. I am missing I broke my Misty. And so I don't have whatever, that hinge right there. So sometimes my Misty doesn't stamp properly because of that, and it's my fault. So, Francie, you're just one of Santa's new reindeers. All right, so we've got our red. Just gonna do a little bit extra. There we go. All right, we got red. Then we're gonna do a yellow. And then yellow's gonna be kind of hard to see. Prancer. You guys are so funny. Oh, Stacy, thank you. I know. Somebody else asked me. I had a feeling it was coming. I just had talked to her last week. So I had messaged her last week and told her how much I missed her. And I'm going to miss seeing little Piper's face and all that good stuff. I'm going to have to probably ask for pictures of that little girl as she's growing up. I haven't seen Piper in a long time. All right. So we've got our red. We've got, oh, and I got a little blue on my, that's okay. We're going to make it work. And then we're going to move this up here. And we're going to break out the other colors this time. Okay. And I grabbed them. We have orange. We might go over a little bit by the time I die cut these all out, but I don't think you guys really care, do you? I'm super excited because I know we were talking about different shows we watch on TV. One of my favorite shows is Heartland. And oh yeah, Irish weed, Heather, that makes sense to me. I wasn't even thinking about it being a plant. Heartland is now season 16 has finally come to Netflix, so I can finally watch it. No, I didn't think you would care. All right, we're gonna do purple. Of course, we got to have some purple, right? And then last but not least, we are gonna throw in some pink. And I have just enough space to get my little pink heart here. So we got the whole thistle. Could be thistle, yes. Well, I was thinking lavender, but I like thistle better. Thistle sounds kind of like a fairy name, right? And you could, but then, okay, I have a name like Candy, so, I've heard all the jokes. But, if somebody can't say, and they list thistle. And I only say that because I have that. Thistle's a fun one. We'll pretend your name is Thistle. Should I call you Thistle from now on? I could put you in my phone that way. That would be really funny. Nobody would know what we were talking about because they weren't here with us. All right, now we got to do some die cutting. I'm going to grab my big old scissors here. And we're going to cut these puppies out and get our card finished up. Okay. Dies are here. I suppose tonight after the live I should clean my desk, shouldn't I? Okay. Prancer, Thistle, Billion, and Broccoli. Sounds like a winning tribe, right? That a name so that we can go on the road and be the girl group? The names that should have been? That's kind of funny. All righty. Get these all die cut out. Oh, Fletch is here, guys. It sounds like the new Fab Four. Sounds like a world buffet. No, yeah, but that's Penny. That makes it the funny. Everyone does. I think it doesn't matter what it is. It needs to be something. Oh my gosh, look at how perfect that cuts. Isn't that perfect? Yeah, you do. Everyone does. It's doesn't matter what it is. It can be your work community. It could be your crafting community. It can be your book community or your cooking community, whatever. But yeah, everyone needs people, in my opinion. All right, so we got the heart. Proud of myself. I don't know if I've ever used some of these stamps before. I definitely haven't used these dies before tonight because I took them apart yesterday for the first time. So, woohoo! Vegan buffet for reindeer. Well, Melissa, as long as you didn't spit it out all over a computer or all over your a project. I'm waiting to see if the dog comes in and notices his little toys in my. I have his little toys sitting here, but I think his daddy's getting something to eat, so he won't come near us. Because when there's food in the place, nobody else exists. If there's no food, then it's all mommy all the time. Your iPad needed cleaning. All righty. We're getting down here, guys. Getting down to the nitty gritty. Hey, Fletch. Hi. Oh, he didn't. He looked at me and ran the other way, guys. Sorry. No Fletch sightings for you guys. Oh, you gonna come in here, Pup Pup? People want you to say hi. They want to say hi to you. He's got other things on his mind. Whew, that's good. I try not to I don't mind I don't have snacks on my table, but they're almost always dry snacks. I don't try to eat at my desk. I mean, I do once in a while, like tonight, and I know, I'm sorry. I did have my dinner while I was prepping for that. Oh, well, kind of a dinner. I wasn't super hungry at the time. So I just had an apple and some cheese while I was prepping and making my measurements. But I'll have like crackers, like goldfish crackers, or I don't usually have too many sweets at my desk because I'll eat the full thing. Sometimes pretzels or peanuts, sunflower seeds. On the weekends, you will find me with a spit bottle and some sunflower seeds because it's like to do on the weekends. But usually I try to have a bottle with a lid on it. I don't ever almost never have an open, like a can of Coke or a bottle that doesn't have a lid, even a glass that doesn't have a lid that locks. It's almost always a resealable bottle because I'm notorious for that. All right, so we've got our Never Stop Chasing Rainbows on the inside, which I think is perfect. And what we're going to do, if you hadn't figured that out, is we're going to go ahead and put our rainbows down. And then we're going to put our little hearts kind of overlapping here and there. And we're going to make our purple. Actually, we might hang this one off a little bit. And we're going to do our pink one. I'm going to rearrange these a little bit. So this one's going to only attach here. And then we got our orange one. Actually, what I think we're going to do is put the red up here. And then we'll put the orange one like this. You know what? They will, because I have a sidekick. And yes, the mini bloom from Altenew is also too. I mean, they're all great ones. I appreciate you guys all that. That is all true. I just know the Sizzix one is coming out, and of course I have the spellbinders. So if I need to order replacement parts, I would order them all at once. But I do know those other two. But I do have they're narrower because I do have the sidekick, so they will fit. So they will fit. I don't know thickness wise if they're the right, but they will fit. So I'm not without a die cutting machine. Okay, now we got to figure out how we're going to glue this down so we don't mess up. So we're going to start with yellow. And I'm going to use both liquid and stick adhesive because, thank you, because we've got that embossing powder, shiny shimmeriness right in the middle. So we're going to put this one right smack dab in the middle. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue this one down a little bit. Good for you. I have tried not to drink. That's awesome. I try not to drink pop if I can help it. One of my gentlemen at work, this nice gentleman that I work with, one of the managers from one of the companies I work for, he buys Diet Mountain Dew for me and keeps it in the fridge in the office, and I pretend it's not there. If that makes sense. We're going to open this up to glue the blue heart. Oh, dinner smells good. We're having leftovers. So I can wipe off any extra, so I don't get glue where I don't want it. Okay. So we got that one. And now let's get this red heart down. And I think because that one is up a little higher, I think we're going to go we're going to go higher with this one too. Did I already glue it? Here, we're going to move it. We're going to put it at an angle. Woo! There. That'll work. Perfect. And then we're going to put that guy up here. And thank you. Like I said, true confessions, I don't always have a plan during our lives. I sometimes and part of it is, I think, I overthink things. I think some of us, to be honest with you, we all overthink things when we're crafting. So I like to try to just play it by ear and choose an idea or a theme or something and say, go for it. And just use what I have there. And then it is what it is. All right, guys. So we are going to add some gems to this one though. So I got my little Dollar Tree things here, and I want to find, I think we're going to use the crystals. I try to drink water. I like to have 1 cup of coffee in the morning. Sometimes I have 2 on a cold day, but I like to have 1 cup of coffee in the morning. Francine, you got your glasses on? You ready? Everyone's prepared, right? All right. Oh, got to find one that's facing the right direction. This puppy needs to be sharpened. All right, guys, we're going to get my cheaters on. Yep, get your safety goggles on. I put mine on because I can't see if I'm picking up the gems the right direction. And I want the flat side down. Okay, I'm getting glue on it. It's time to sharpen this baby up. Tom just made some leftovers, and it's meatloaf, and it smells amazing. And I'm going to go have some when we're done here. All right, so that's only 4. We need to have at least 1 more gem. So we could actually keep going with the rainbow gems on here, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 here, which makes it 5, 6, and 7. Okay. And that gives us our odd number, my lucky number 7. And then we will be good to go. This is somewhere else. You could put another chain. You could put another sentiment on the top. I don't know if I want to. I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. There's all sorts of good rainbow. There's all sorts of good sentiments with the ravishing rainbows. This is what it's called. Yeah. Radiant rainbows. It says, let your light shine, wishing you rainbows and everything wonderful. Enjoy the little things. Have a rainbow kind of day. I think that's actually what we're going to do. That. We are going to do that. I'm going to put that right here. What do you guys think? We got just enough time. Let's stamp that out. I like to try to drink water, but I don't always drink water. I am sometimes really bad at it. It doesn't need one, but I'm going to put it on because I want to. I want to. I want to. And this one has a die that can cut it out. So no. Oh, yeah. Does it? Ooh, let's check. This one might not have dies. Oh, it does not have a dies. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm not going to put one on because it doesn't cut out the die, and I don't want a fussy cut tonight. And I don't want a big strip. We're going to leave it. All right, guys. So we've got these cards here. Like I said, I can get the measurements in the captions. I can't promise I can get them done tonight because I'm going to go eat something and then I'll probably pass out on the couch and sleep. But I do have 2 mini slim cards for you. You think the sentiment is a good idea because the wonderful things he does? I changed my mind on my sentiment. I'm sorry, I did. I just did. We've got this fun flap card that has our Never Stop Chasing Rainbows. And it's, oh, sorry, I got off camera there. We've got all that fun. And then we've got our other fun flap card. Thank you. Shine bright in all your colors, because I thought that was the perfect sentiment because we have all sorts of colors going on with this one in different shapes and colors. And we got some blingy. You know, you could make this even more blingy by putting a little gem on every single one of those little rainbows or in between all of them, the hearts on the rainbow, but I think they're good just the way they are. So I'm going to call it an evening and we'll see what we play with next week. I appreciate y'all staying with me and hanging out with me, and I will see you all next week, you guys. Okay? Have a good night. Have a good rest of your week. Christopher's live tomorrow night. All right? Good night, everyone.